So, we got breaking and very concerning news about the latest developments of what has been going in the United States about the assassination attempt on Donald Trump. And it so happens that news have gone so crazy that today we had this. Cameron Walker, an unnamed member of the royal family, was researched by the gunman targeting Donald Trump before he carried out his attack on the former U.S. president, the FBI says. And we all went like, what? What is this about? Not going to lie, the first thing that I thought was that this must be some kind of marketing scheme from Voldemort, the one that shall not be named. But we have to name either way. That maybe this was some kind of marketing ploy from the Duchess of Montecito to insert herself in the narrative to stay current. But no, this was straight from the FBI, and it so happens that when they dig a little deeper, the New York Times found out that the royal in question was none other than Catherine, the Princess of Wales. And of course, it came as a shock. Any kind of theories are welcome. I have no explanation to this. What does an American guy which had no plans of traveling to the United Kingdom, why was he researching Catherine and other important figures? Well, I have no idea. What I do know is that this must have been really disappointing for the Duchess of Sausages, because you know how are they always claiming about protection and all that stuff. And no, not her or Harry were in the browsing history of the shooter. But that is great. I think that is one of the perks, that nobody cares about you, either Harry or you. That is actual privacy. That's what you've been fighting for. Like, when nobody really cares about you, then you can live your life in freedom, like you always wanted. But coming back to the Catherine issue, I guess that this is the explanation of why it was 007 right behind Catherine at the Wimbledon finals. You know that I mentioned Pierce Brosnan and how he looks so great, but yeah, that's why he was right there in the royal box, right behind the Princess of Wales. But now that we are talking about that, I would like to nominate Pierce Brosnan for just one Bond movie in which he plays an older, rugged James Bond. That would be just amazing. I would pay good money for that. And at the same time, the same way that I entertain you with all my memes and crazy theories, some are saying that perhaps Catherine was just being named to distract from all the craziness that is going on in politics right now in the United States. It's beyond insane. You know that sometimes I've told you that I am on Twitter, or X, right? And you can follow me there if you want. But in the past couple days, creating a new Twitter account is not the best move for your mental health. Quoting Benicio del Toro at the end of Sicario, you are not a wolf. And this is a land of wolves now. Yes, that's Twitter right now. Just insane. I have never seen anything like this. And I've been in social media since 2009. But well, moving on, we also have that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry will celebrate Tyler Perry at the 2024 Paley Honors. And there's this bunch of celebrities here. For example, there's Ari Emanuel, the CEO of WME, that we still don't know if they are or not still representing Meghan. Don't care. Maybe they are relieved from that. Maybe they are still stressed from that. Who knows? John Feltheimer, Whoopi Goldberg, that, Whoopi lately had been talking nice about the royal family, so anything goes. Taraji P. Henson, Matt Johnson, Jeffrey Katzenberg, Gayle King, who we could say that she's still friend of Meghan and Harry. Deborah L. Lee, Melody Hobson. You remember that she was on that interview with Meghan, and she's married to George Lucas, who's also going to be there. George Lucas, who sold the rights of Star Wars to Disney by Bob Iger. You know that story. Scott Mills, Nicole Avant, Ted Sarandos from Netflix. That's going to be interesting. and Kerry Washington are also part of the committee. Well, I guess that this is to give Perry a couple pats in the back, although I've always said that this guy has worked hard, like producing 2,000 episodes of TV shows. That is actual work. That is a great example for the Harkles, and that reminds me of this meme, a second of hard work that reminds me of this meme posted by that one, Ice-T Anders on X. When someone asks what Meghan Markle is known for, and she included this screenshot of the Shawshank Redemption. I remember that movie. A great movie, by the way, but I did not understand the joke for a minute, like the jail warden looking into a big hole. Oh, yeah, I got it. It means Meghan escaping the royal family, right? That is the joke about, I guess. Well, so if you care to explain it in the comments, that will be more than welcome. But a joke that is much easier to understand is this one. OK Magazine USA, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are raising their two kids, Prince Archie and Princess Lily, in California, but the Sausages are expected to skip the royal summer vacation at Balmoral this year. And this goes hand in hand with the reports that say that Meghan is so desperate in the wake that her royal cooking show is not going to be done anytime soon that she's actually going to appropriate the word royal, since she thinks that nobody can stop her of doing so. And what does it have to do with Balmoral? Well, it's pretty easy. The only relevance that Harry and Meghan still have, and the only reason that they still try to cling to those titles, and the reason why they don't complain about racism and mistreatment from the royal family anymore, is because they need the connection with the royal family. They still need to make people think that they were invited to Balmoral, but they are skipping it. No. The real deal is that they were not invited, Harry and Meghan. Please stop making things up. Nobody's going to believe that. You're just making it worse for yourselves. And the second thing is that the use of the word royal. You know that they were forbidden from using it, but I'm completely sure that the level of desperation will make them use the word royal sooner than later this year. And I don't know what kind of legal troubles would that mean with the royal family. I don't know if the royal family would actually care, because they will go nowhere with that. And I think that is the important part. I already told you in other shows that the titles are already irrelevant. And because of that, I don't think there's going to be any motion to remove their titles anytime soon. As for the word royal, I don't know what kind of legal trouble would spark that. But at the same time, they would be devaluing it. So maybe King Charles will finally put a stop to Harry and Meghan's plans? Because sadly they will use it again to victimize themselves. And I want to share this drawing by Richard Stone, wishing Her Majesty a very happy birthday. That was yesterday. This red chalk drawing was completed during a sitting at Clarence's house. Boy, you have actual talent. The expression is on point. Now, this is just amazing. If you like art, now you know that you can follow Richard Stone on X. But Rogues, I would love to know what do you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. And remember, much love and bliss.